Yo, what's going on everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Devstream 180 has just recently happened, and we got a lot of new information about the new update, Jade Shadows. As you can see, I'm on the Warframe news page. If you want to look at this for yourself, it'll of course be linked in the description down below. First of all, this trailer is absolutely badass for Jade Shadows. I don't know what kind of cinematic quest we're finna get with the Stalker, but nonetheless, it's gonna be badass. Of course, in order to actually do the Jade Shadows quest, you will have to have the new war completed. Let's go ahead and talk about the new Warframe Jade. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jade looks absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and look at Jade's passive. It allows her to have 2 aura mod slots, and secondly, her passive allows her first and fourth abilities to debuff enemies, which makes them more vulnerable to all damage sources. Her first ability is called Light's Judgment. This ability creates an aura of light. While you and your ally stand in that aura, you will be healing, and while any enemies stand within the aura, they take damage. Her second ability is called Symphony of Mercy. With this ability, Jade has 3 different auras that you can swap between without spending energy, and these auras give you pretty cool buffs. One of them gives you increased shield regeneration, which can go all the way into overshields. The second aura increases your ability strength and your squad's ability strength, and the third aura increases your squad weapon damage. Next up, we got her third ability, Ophanim Eyes. You activate the ability, and any enemy you see within your line of sight is instantly slowed down, and they start to lose armor. And on top of that, you can also revive allies from far away. All you gotta do is have your ally within your line of sight and activate the ability, and just like that, you can revive them without standing next to them, which is pretty damn cool. And finally, we got her fourth ability, which is definitely the coolest ability out of all the other 3. Her fourth ability is called Glory on High, and with this ability, she just straight up starts floating in the air and flying around. While this ability is active, you can use your first ability to mark the enemies, and once those enemies have been marked, you can detonate them with the alternate fire button. This ability looks absolutely badass. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new game mode, which is called Ascension. Phase 1 consists of us defending a moat collector against corpus enemies. After we defend that moat collector, we have to escort an extraction capsule, and we do this by heading up an elevator. While we're on the elevator, we feed the capsule with ionic charges. Once you're actually at the top, you need to protect the extraction capsule as you head to extraction. There's going to be a new clan operation called Belly of the Beast, which I'm assuming allows people to take on this specific variant of the Ascension mission that actually has the new enemy type, the Jade Eximus. Speaking of clans, any Tenno in a clan is going to have access to a bonus offering store, which has some custom unique items that you can only get if you're in a clan. All we know so far is that it consists of legendary arcanes and this pretty badass hate skin. Next up, we got the status rework updates. Alright, here we are on the dev workshop page. This is on the Warframe forums. Of course, it will be linked in the description. And this specific page right here is what we actually had last time. And as you can see right here, May Devstream update, we got a little bit more of an update on this. As of right now, DE has said they don't plan to change the way gas works. They only plan to change the way it physically looks, which they did previously mention. As far as viral goes, there will not be any changes. And finally, they actually explained the idea that they have for blast. And that is whenever you deal a blast status, the damage dealt will trigger a smaller secondary detonation following a delay. If you eliminate an enemy or reach X blast stacks, they'll detonate, dealing a percentage of the summed up damage on an AoE range. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new Augment mods, which look absolutely crazy. These new Augment mods are for Protea, Sephiroth, Daggett, and Corvex. Protea's is called Temporal Artillery. When Temporal Anchor is activated, one existing artillery unit will attach to Protea, halting its duration countdown, and the max combo count is 20 times. My boy Sephiroth. His augment's called Dark Propagation. Enemies killed while inflicted with So spread its effect in a 15-meter radius, and Shadow's Death Harvest will also inflict So. Next up, we got Daggett. Her augment's called Spectral Spirit. Immediately assume Grave Spirit spectral form. 100% chance for weapons and abilities to apply Doom. Kills outside of spectral form decrease its cooldown by 1 second. And then lastly, we got Corvex. His augment's called Wrecking Wall. Strip 50% of armor and shields from struck enemies. Hitting 5 or more enemies will restart the duration of any Chirinka pillars and empower them. And finally, we're going to be talking about some new arcanes that are coming to the game, starting with Battery Armor. With this arcane, you gain 0.3 maximum energy for every armor point you have, up to 1,000 energy. Next up, we got Arcane Ice Storm. On enemy frozen solid, gain 2% ability strength and 2% ability duration for 15 seconds. That can stack up to 20 times. Next up, we got Secondary Fortifier, which gives you 1% overguard steal and lets you do 8 times more damage to overguard. Next up, we got Secondary Surge. On ability cast, grants a 1 times damage multiplier to your next shot for every 200 current energy you have, up to 8 times. And then lastly, we got Melee Afflictions. This melee arcane adds 6 stacks to the existing status effects on enemies that are knocked off their feet by melee attacks. And yeah guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. There's a lot more that I didn't go over, like a lot of fashion frame items, a lot of quality of life items as well. But again, if you're looking to see all of this for yourself, I will leave the information linked in the description down below. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. And yeah guys, that's gonna be it for me. Keep your head up, stay positive, and with that being said, thanks for watching.